right, what else we got? OTT in there. Dude, that one's a vibe. That one I made on stream last time I streamed, which was, I think, a week ago. It was on Sunday, so almost a week ago. Dude, heck yeah. Yeah, this beat turned out sick. Alright, let's listen to one more, and then we'll get started. Uno Mas. Let's listen to the other one that I made on that stream, which was on July 5th. Let's check it out. Cue it up, and then go. Yo, Synac. What's up, bro? shimmer reverb in there. Whoa. Dude, yeah, that shimmer reverb, it's kind of adding that sort of high-pitched echo out type thing. I think it's on the string, maybe? Nope, not on the string. It's on this kind of like bass synth type thing. Dude, what do we got that set to? Shimmer reverb is set to C0. Dude, that's what's up. Alrighty, well, that was a couple beats, the last two of which were ones that I made on stream last time, so that's what's up. Shout out to everyone that tuned into that one. And yeah, I think we're good to get rocking here and start today's session. So what's up, everyone? Peace to all those out there in the chat. Dude, Synac says, it's been a long time I've been able to make any beats. I think I forgot how to. Dude, it's never too late to get back into it, and it's always a lot of fun. Yeah, I have a blast doing this kind of stuff. It's kind of a labor of love, I guess you could say. Sampling and then making beats as well. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. And yeah, I'll talk a little bit about what we got going on in the session. As you can see, we've got some Ableton Move action here. Boom. Hey, wake up. Who said you could go to sleep? This guy's sleeping on the job. All right, so we got Ableton Move and we got Dirtywave M8. So similar to my last stream, I like using the M8 to kind of like do this multi-track recording stuff. So previously I was using the Lo-Fi 12 XT to kind of play melodic stuff in, and then I had the drums sequenced on M8, and then I record it all into M8, and then I get chopping and make a beat, etc. So yeah, this time I'm going to use the Ableton Move in a similar fashion. So basically just using it to play melodic parts of the beat, and then recording it all into M8. And of course, we've got the legendary DAW set up here, Reason, in effect. So yeah, this is basically where I'm going to be getting my melodic sounds from. I've got an E-piano already loaded up, ready to rock. But of course, we'll get to that later. I got to do some drums first. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. So if that interests you, stick around and let's get to it. So I got a new song here on M8. Dude, I always forget to change the tempo. Maybe I'll do that later. Let's start with a drum break. I think that'll be an easy way to just get rocking here. Because yeah, that's kind of the million-dollar question is always, are we doing one-shots or are we doing a drum break? And there's also a third option, which is you can do both. But let's start with just a drum break. Oh, wait, let me go to my different folder here. Dude, look at this. Look at all of this organization, dude. If we wanted to rock out at 65 BPM, we could do that. We have the technology. Let's try a slow one, though. Dude, 75 to 79? Dude, no way that I classified that correctly. That doesn't sound like 77. That sounds more like it. not really sure what I'm looking for here. Did I recognize that? Ow, I've heard that one. Dude, this one sounds pretty chill. I think we can make it work. Okay, so allegedly it's 78 BPM, so let's start by changing tempo. 78 on the dot. So does it loop correctly? It does. Sounds pretty good. Dude, look at that waveform. Look at that nice, sweet waveform. We got some nice open hat stuff going on at the end there. All right, so yeah, what we can do is you have a couple different options for slicing on the M8, chopping a sample, that is. You can do it from the sample edit screen, which I normally don't do because it's kind of a lot of work. But basically you could do like, what do we got here? Slice 16, for instance, and it'll do like even chops of like 16 or whatever. Undo that. Whoops. And then you could also do like lazy chopping where you hold play and then you tap edit as the sample plays, and that'll put the markers in there as well. The thing about that though is you have to like kind of really shift the markers around if you mess up, and it's not like on other samplers where you can just like twist a knob and fix things. So it's a little bit tricky. I think I'm going to do it kind of the lazy way here, which is by using the start command to slice the sample. So we can trigger the sample from different points by using STA. We'll go STA all day. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then let me copy this. All right, so right now we've got the drum break playing 4 times in the phrase. But we can adjust the start point. Dude, where's the snare? There we go. 4/7 for some reason. And we can further adjust the timing of the slices by using the MTT command, which is like a micro timing, kind of lets you nudge stuff around a little bit. Maybe not a good idea. All right, so this is pretty nice. I'm gonna duplicate it, or clone it, I mean. Shift Option Edit. So now we got a copy of it. And then this one, maybe I can put like a open hat in it or something. Dude, Reason Beat, what's up, bro? Dude, Armazatian, what's up, dude? Dude, what interface theme is this? Are you talking about this thing? You go to the settings, and then you go to theme. Dude, the theme is called Redirt or Red Ert. I don't know. Dude, I downloaded it from a website that has M8 themes. I think it's called M8 theme.es or something. So definitely check that out. It's called Redirt or Reddirt, however you want to pronounce that. Okay, dude. I want to try and get an open hat in this second one. Maybe we do open hat right here. And so I'm going to use the start command to scrub the sample and find that open hat. All right, and then we can also loop a certain section by highlighting it. So you do a shift option, kaboom. All right, what does that sound like? Yeah, it's not bad. And I kind of want to do like a double kick pattern where it's like boom, boom. Thought I did that earlier. Dude, ReasonBeat says, why STA and not chopping from the editor? Dude, the editor is like, I don't know, I feel like the editor takes too long. Maybe I'm just being very impatient or very lazy, but here, I'll show you. So let's copy and paste this and say we want to do the slices from the editor and not the start command. So with the editor, there are a couple ways to do it, and one of them is to use like the slice. You know, if we know, I mean, how many bars is this even? Let me get back out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I don't even know if it's the correct length. Okay, so let's skip the auto chop section and just get to the lazy chop. So yeah, say that I wanted to lazy chop it. So I'm going to do... So now, you could tell I did that one wrong. Let me fix it. Okay, so this is it. This is my beef with the slicing in the sample editor. Dude, look at this freaking microscope view. Why can I not zoom this out? Why do I gotta look at it like I'm using a microscope? I just feel like it's very slow to like go in here and, I don't know. With the drum break, it's pretty simple because you can see the transients. They're very large. But if you're slicing like any other, see, I did this one wrong. If you're slicing like any other sample where there's not those clues, the visual clues of the transient, it's kind of tough because you have to like, you move it and then you press play and then you move it and then you press play. I don't know. To me, it kind of just takes too long. I feel like the STA, I'm quicker with it, even though it is technically kind of a slower process because you have to dial in the numbers. So that's kind of my beef with it. And again, I'm not like speaking ill of M8. It would be nice if there was like some kind of variable zoom so it didn't have to be super close in. But yeah, that's kind of why I use STA instead of, whoa, I don't know why it's doing that, instead of using the sample slice editor. Alrighty. Oh, the auto chopping. Yeah, that's definitely a thing too. Yeah, because if you just do slice auto, it's going to put them on what it thinks are like the correct transient points. Wow, I'm actually pretty impressed with that. I didn't think it was going to do it so well. Yeah, so this one, they're not all the same length, which is fine. Yeah, it'd probably be easier to sequence the drum. You know what? Let's do that actually. Reason B, I like that you're exposing me to a new option here, so let's go ahead and override it. And maybe I'll just keep this chain just in case I want to use it or whatever. But yeah, let's try sequencing a drum break using the auto chops, because that was actually very quick. Okay. So yeah, when you use the slices on the M8, you have to, or when you put slice markers in the file, because that's the only way to do it, you have to set the slice mode to 0 file. Or I guess you don't have to. You could use the slice command if you wanted to. And then once you set it to 0 file, now the notes will correspond to the slices, starting at C1. Dude, heck yeah. Oh wait, slice silence? Did I pick the wrong one? Ruh-roh. Okay, so you go to slice. Well, let me remove the slice markers first. Hold on a sec. Let's do that. Okay, slice markers are gone. So reason beat says slice silence. That's this one. Did I do that wrong? Dude, I don't think slice silence works. I think that's for like, I don't know exactly what it's for, but I think it's something different. But the slice auto is pretty good. I feel like the auto one's not bad. Yeah, there's not really a way to like adjust the parameters of it too to make it more or less sensitive, which is fine. Seems like it's getting most of the drum hits. Yeah, it might not be so good for just a melodic sample though. Okay, so yeah, the slice auto, pretty chill. And then Synax says, can't post a link, but the properly typed version of this is a great hub of resources. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's M8. Notes.nora.codes. Dude, I gotta check that out, bro. Dude, oh yeah, and thanks Armazatian, dude. I appreciate you saying that about the videos and stuff. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, let me know and I can try and go over it. Okay, so what do we got here? And the snare would be on 4. And then we do another kick here, I guess. Want that double kick pattern here. And then we can make it come in a little bit later too by using the MTT. All right, let's try doing, I tried changing it to forward PP, the playback mode, which basically ping pongs it. Didn't seem like it really made a difference here. There's a little bit of silence on this last sample. So I'm gonna do a little trick here, PLY till I die. And then we'll do MTT. So So this is going to play it backwards, but it's going to wait to do it until the MTT command kicks. So let me loop this. So I'm kind of just trying to find a point where it plays backwards that doesn't sound like super wonky. And that sounds fine, I think. I feel like this one also is doing something weird. Let me do that PLY trick here. Whoa, paste it. All right, take a listen here. See if we can figure it out. Nice. Yeah, there's kind of a click at the end of this one too. Or maybe not. I don't know. I thought I heard something. Nice, that's what's up. Oh, okay. So yeah, Reason Beats is saying, seems like the breaks I have good silence between the hits. Gotcha. Dude, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have to mess around with it more. But definitely worth trying, so I appreciate you bringing it up. Dude, Synac says maybe there needs to be a minimum length of silence for a marker to be added. Yeah, I think the way the slice silence works is it would be like if you had like a keyboard and you like played different notes. Oh, actually, maybe I can test it. Here, because I do have the external instrument situated here. Let's try it out. So let's just record some random stuff here. Whoa. Okay. So you can hear the E piano. All right. So I'm going to record. I guess I'll turn the arm off and just start recording. That wasn't a great note at the end, but it's okay. All right. So theoretically, the way the slice silence should work is it should put a slice marker at the beginning of each of the notes that I played. Here, I'll normalize it so it's louder. Okay, so let's do it. Slice silence. I accidentally processed it silence, so it just deleted everything. Whoops. Okay, take 2. Slice silence. Wow, look at that. Although it did put one right here. So I can delete that. But yeah. Dude, these chords are actually pretty nice. That one wasn't good though. So yeah, that's the way the silence works. Or I think that's how it's intended to work, is if you like have different notes that are like, you play it and then there's nothing after it, which I think some drums could sound like that. It could sound like there's nothing happening after it. Depending on the break and where you get the drums from. Dude, heck yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, slice silence. Adding a mental note about that. Yeah, we can exit without changes. It's all good. Okay, dude, I think the drum section is all good to go. Okay, cool. And so yeah, now I'm at the point where I want to play some melodic stuff. And I want to just, record in a bunch of chords, kind of like what I did just now, actually. And then use them to kind of sequence stuff. In fact, maybe I will use the slice silence command Normally I do it by like bar, so it's like a certain length, but I think slice silence will actually be better. Okay, cool. So what do we got going on here? Oh yeah, I gotta do some stuff. So first things first, I have to change the input value. So right now it's 0, 0. It's not listening to any external audio. So I'm gonna make this B0, bow. It's kind of quiet. I get the E piano is quiet, so that makes sense. Maybe I'll do D0, I guess. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so we got it set to D0, so it's listening. And then I want to go to a blank sampler instrument. Right here. Oh, I already have one up. Cool. And then I think from here, I basically want to change song to 0, 0. So what this means is that it's gonna start recording when the song starts playing, which is just the rhythm section right now. And then arm 0, 0 means that it's not going to be waiting for the audio to pass a certain threshold before it starts recording, which is normally what it does. So in this situation, it's just gonna start recording once the song starts playing and not wait for me to like play my first chord or whatever. So that's normally how I do it. We'll see if it works out in this new method. But yeah, drums are sounding pretty chill. That's what's up. Oh yeah, and then I forgot, there is one other element here, which is, dude, boom, screen swap. Okay, so yeah, basically the Ableton Move is sending MIDI to the DAW, and then the DAW is what's creating the sounds. This is Analog Lab. So you can see like the keys are like, you know, right here. Cool. And so yeah, that's just like a couple E-pianos from Analog Lab. So yeah, let's get recording and see if I can come up with some cool stuff here. Starting now. Nice. And yeah, the idea there was just to capture like basically a ton of different voicings of the chords, and I was kind of just playing random stuff. And then I can slice it and see what sticks when I start sequencing melodic stuff. So not all of those are winners, and that's okay. They don't all have to be. But as long as just a couple sound cool, that'll be, that's basically what I'm looking for. All right, dude, that's a very long sample. We're gonna normalize it. It's gonna take a second, so let me catch up on the chat here. Dude, engineer says, the move looks really good for creating and performing melodies due to its layout. The only issue I have with M8 is that it's not conducive to melodic noodling. Yeah, the M8, you're definitely lacking in the, you know, expressive performance department. There's not a lot of like, well, obviously it only has whatever, 8 buttons on it. So yeah, you don't have a way to like play stuff in. So you kind of have to use the step sequencer, which is pretty chill. I think I like using the step sequencer for drums, definitely. I think it's way easier to sequence rhythm section stuff, just putting notes on the grid or whatever. But when it comes to melodic stuff, it's complicated. So definitely helps to have some kind of companion that you can use. And yeah, something I'm trying to mess around with more on the move actually is this, it's like this keys layout. It's called fourths. Oh, you can't even hear it. But anyways, basically it kind of makes it so that you can put like 3 fingers anywhere, and it sort of like does a triad, I think is what it's called. I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm trying to figure it out. Anyways, all right. So yeah, we've got this recording here, and you can figure out how long the recording is by holding Option and pressing left or right. So you can see at the bottom it says 49 phrases and 0 steps. So I'm going to do crop and make sure that it's an exact, like the length of the recording is exactly 49 phrases, which is 49 bars. And the reason why that's important is because if you crop it to an exact length and then you do slice 49, that's going to make it so that each of the slice markers is at the beginning of a bar, which is basically when I was playing those like chords and stuff. So you can see now I can pull up like, that's a nice one. But yeah, so all of those are like there. And then I can kind of just sequence them pretty easily by just dropping a note in. Okay. And we got to give it a random name too, because I'm not trying to type all this stuff out. Dude, Jealous Mars. Ooh. I don't know if I like that. That's kind of an interesting vibe. Okay. So now I'm going to do tests. Basically, I just dump all these samples into this like, yeah, basically it's like a huge, messy bunch of folders. So let me just put it in here and I sort it by date. So we're going to do 26. Dude, today's 7-11. Whoa. I got to go to 7-Eleven, see if they'll give me a Slurpee. All right. And then 1-1. Look at that. So organized. All right. And then once it saves, because it'll take a minute because it's so long, then I'll be able to put the notes in the phrase and just kind of like sequence a melody based on all the sort of random stuff that I played. So not too bad. Okay. Whoa. Oh yeah, and then the other thing I want to do is use the SLI command to trigger a certain slice. So there's 49 slices total. So at the end of this, I played like a different note that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to use that trick I was doing earlier with the PLY. And this is basically going to reverse the sample once it gets to this command. want this one to be like the end of the 4 bars. Maybe I could do a different slice. Dude, and then I could play a different pitch of it. Oh, bro, this is gonna sound sick. Okay. Maybe I can do this. I don't know if it's like exactly in key though. It gets weird because if it's a chord and then you're transposing it, like, I don't know, it's probably melodically incorrect, but I don't really know much about that, so. Yeah, maybe it's not gonna work. Okay. I could definitely play a different slice here though. That's a nice vibe. There is something weird going on here where it's like kind of quiet for a little bit. Oh man, I think I gotta use STA. Dude, it can get a little tricky. And then there's another thing you can do where you try to like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, this slice is starting at the even slice point that I put on, but I can pull it back a little bit further if I do the slice before it, and then I use the STA command to like kind of start it in the previous slice, but all the way at the end of the previous slice. I don't know, it's a little tricky to explain. We got a nice moody groove here, and that was like literally me just like pressing random buttons basically. Okay, root note and scale mode, it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, by the way, we are in A sharp, B flat, Dorian. That is the name of the root note and scale. Okay, I think we're ready to do another layer here. I could do bass, I could do other stuff too. So let's shop around, see if we can find a cool sound. Bass. Maybe not. realized it still has the E piano as like the, basically you can do these like combo instruments, or maybe it doesn't actually. Oh man, I'm getting confused here. Let me try to delete this or something. Whoops. Dude, I had a sick bass too, and I forgot what it was. Dang it. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Analog Lab, is there's a lot of like kind of wacky basses. Anyways, let's try and find a good one. Alright, we got something here. I think this bass player synth is pretty cool. So let's go back to M8 big screen and see if I can jam on something here. Alright, so I think I know what I want to play. Hopefully I don't mess it up when I try and record it, but we shall see. Okay, record, and let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Take two. I think that last take was the one. It was the one. Let's see. 17 phrases. And yeah, again, once I get the recording done, I want to make sure it's an exact length. So you hold Option, press left. So 17 phrases, exactamente. And then we can normalize it as well. And yeah, I really only want the last take. I don't need any of the other ones. So I think maybe I'll also crop the beginning of it just to kind of trim out some of the noise here, which you can do by holding Option and pressing up to move it by increments of 4, which is not bad. I'm going to make it 9 phrases. Dude, listening to the bass by itself, it sounds crazy. It's definitely got this weird sort of acid type tone. Okay, and then I can crop that as well. All right, so we just got 9 and we're feeling fine. I got to slice 9. There we go. And then the last one, I just let it fade out. Okay, cool. This is, whoa. Dude, this is kind of a rare Cora. I don't know if you know. And then I'll save it. Dude, let me check up the chat on here. Dude, DJ Nana says, sounds dope, run with it. Or if it sounds dope, run with it. Dude, heck yeah. And then, Hotcha Mean Shacha, dude. Once had a video explain how you can sample several beats or chords and then render the slices to a file, each one with a command. Was it you? Can't seem to find it anymore. Yeah, you can definitely do that with, I have this video about auto sampling, which is basically when you like have it record certain notes and then it creates a file that has like, that has all the notes in it. So that might have been my video, but I'm not sure. But yeah, if you want to see an explanation of that, I could probably try to show you an example. Just let me know. And then Synax says, I wonder if anyone else deals with modes as I do. To me, Dorian, for example, is D to D, but played from any other root note. Does it make any sense? Dude, I don't know too much about like the whole music theory aspect of it, so I'm sure maybe someone in the chat could respond to that, but I have no idea what it sounds like really. Kind of just sounds like what it sounds like. Okay. Dude. So let's get these slices in here. Oh yeah, I have to do slice, or no, I can keep the slice off. Okay. Dude, hell yeah. You can do like extra sound design on the M8 after you record the sample in. So I did like a low pass filter just to like really get it sounding like super sub bassy, nice in the low end there. Nice, dude, hell yeah. Dude, Garmagna, I appreciate that, dude. Like I have no idea what I'm doing, but I always have fun. Maybe that's the most important thing to writing a bass line, is make sure you're having fun. Okay, so Synax says if you play white keys from D to D, you go full note, full note, etc., right? If you place from C with that sequence of full notes and half notes, it's C major Dorian. Dude, that could be true. I don't know. I'm definitely not the person to ask if that's true. But that sounds right. Definitely sounds right. All right, what else do we add in here? What other layers can we get? We got bass, we got the E piano. Let's see. Dude, I'm kind of into that. It's like a nice soft pad. Kind of sounds like a flute or something. Strings, maybe. Okay. Switch it up. Let's get that recorded in. Whoa, bro. Gotta do new sampler. Dude, that last take I think was the one. Crop it. This thing's pretty quiet. I'm gonna normalize it and maybe regret it. Maybe not though. Nice and loud. I can always turn it down with the instrument parameters, so we're all good. Okay, and then I'm gonna do slice 09 because it's 9 phrases long. Random name, dude, baked ellipse. Okay, got it. Make a note of that. All right, and then SLI command. Let me turn it down too. Dude, hell yeah. All right. wanted to try giving it some like pitch modulation. It's pretty subtle, but it sounds pretty cool. Gives it kind of a little fluttery type sound to it. Yeah, the shimmer did not work, but it's already kind of got some high-end stuff going on, so it's not too big of a deal. Nice. All right. Dude, what else we got? More layers. Let's check keys. Maybe a little arpeggio. Let me see if I can set that up. There's a way to do that on Move. I forget how though. This one? Nope. Oh yeah, ARP up. ARP random. I think I have to change the pitch, or not the pitch, the tempo as well. What are we at? It's like 70 something. Dude, 78. That's what's up. Okie doke. Maybe not quite what I'm looking for, but definitely worth trying out. be sick is a nice clavichord. Let's try that. Those are in the electric piano section. It's like, hi, can you show me to your clavinet department, please? Kind of like a fake guitar type sound. Let's see. Dude, that's a nice little riff right there. Could probably build something around that. Okay, let's go back to the main show here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna jam on it and see if anything sticks. So let's do that. Dude, I think those two riffs, I could probably chain them together in such a way where it sounds chill. Okay. Dude, shout out to all the clavinet believers out there. We made it happen. Maybe. I still gotta sequence it, but I think we're on the right track. How much is this? 17? Okay. Alrighty. Dude, that riff's tight. Yeah, that's pretty much the vibe. Okay. Dude, Radiant Mars. I can dig it. That I can dig. And then, yeah, I think the first one's fine, but I'll SLI it here. It's going to require some finessing, probably having to use the off command to shut it down. I'm trying to find like one where I don't play too many notes after it. Probably just use this one and use the off command. Okay. So yeah, I do want a different note to play here. I think I'm gonna have to kind of finesse it a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna put a slice down here. And then use the start command, STA. Hey, that was it. So yeah, basically what I did is I put a note that was lower pitch, triggered it at a certain point in the slice, and then it's basically playing a different sort of note or whatever. Okay, and then let me clone it so I can get rid of it here. Dude, heck yeah. Whoops, I need to turn this off. So here's the thing, is you don't have to jam pack the arrangement. It's okay if it's just a couple layers. Dude, I think this is sounding pretty chill. So let's start doing some arranging here in the arrangement. And yeah, step number one is I want to make sure everything is 4 phrases long. Check. Okay. And I don't need these 3, so they can go bye-bye. All right. So I've got 4 copies of this basically loop or whatever. And then I'm going to create an empty chain, which just has nothing in it, so the sequencer can still move through it and then nothing plays. And basically that'll allow me to bring in 1 layer at a time. So So let's do empty chain here. Put an off command in case there's any like runaway notes, they get stopped. And then, so this is so track 1 is the rhythm section, 2 is the E-piano, 3 is the bass, 4 is that like pad thing, and then 5 is the clavinet. So I basically want to bring in the pad and the clavinet a little bit later. So what does this sound like? Maybe there's like a more natural fade out I could do here. Let's see, because it kind of just like kills the notes immediately. Dude, there's like some fancy way to do it that I'm not super savvy with. All right, let's try VOL. VOL. Oh, I have to put a note down first. All right, so the VOL command, this is the volume of the instrument, and it's relative. So what that means is it's not setting the absolute value, but when you decrease this, it's just making the volume go down. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit quieter. Wonder what this sounds like. Doesn't really fade out fast enough. Maybe like that. It's not bad. It could probably be a lot smoother, but I'm okay with it. Oh, Reason Beat says try rep. It's much more smooth. Let me try that. Dude, I always forget how rep works. So I do the volume EO and then I rep after it. That's how we rep. Okay, REP. And so now it's going to keep doing the last command, but it's going to do it, I guess, -4. Volume plus rep. Are they in the same? Do you do it like this? Like it's in the same row? Or could you do it after? I guess I could just test it. Let's find out. Same column. Dude, sorry, I tried to do that quickly and it did not work. Okay, same column, got it. Let's do that. Da-da-da. Okay, take 2. Maybe I have to have it be more aggressive. Let's do -12. I mean, this one's -32. Let's do -16. I think that'll probably do it a little bit more quickly. Oh yeah, there you go. Dude, look at that. That's much easier. I can dig it. Or ADSR plus note off. Yeah. Do have to do some ADSR stuff too, because this thing, this like pad kind of, I want it to fade in with some attack. So let's do that. We're going to do ADSR. Yep. Volume. Max out all this stuff. And then like this. And then like this. filter sweeps with it. Dude, heck yeah. Okay, I did not end that well, but it's okay. Dude, what am I doing here? Yeah, this one turned out pretty sick. Just some chill little layers built up on the melodic stuff that we played with the move. Dude, that's what's up. All right, let's do another one. Uno más. What else we got here? So that was using the slice drum break. That was a nice low tempo jam there. We're at 90. Let me bring it down to 80 something. 86 mayhaps. And then here, dude, I'll do something with one-shots, because I always find it fun to sequence one-shots using the M8. I really like the step sequencer. You can just put notes down pretty quickly. All right, so let's go into our drums folder and see what's cracking. What do we got going on here? Start with a snare drum, I suppose. This one's pretty chill. I gotta do a envelope on it though. So you get rid of that kind of like empty fade out type sound at the end there. Nice, I can dig it. Dude, Reason Beat says, Trash 80 somehow created so rep command make all things interpolating smoother. Then you have steps on the M8. Yeah, because basically what I was doing was like, yeah, volume, volume, volume. So it was step by step. There's a volume command. So yeah, it was kind of like locked to whatever tempo and tick rate and all that type of stuff. But yeah, the rep, it seems like it's kind of more of a smooth transition. It happens between the steps. It's between. So yeah, dude, that's what's up. Dude, shout out to Trash 80. This thing is pretty crazy, the M8. All right. Let's do a kick drum next. Dude, this thing's kind of cool. It's got sort of a hi-hat on it. Might be able to make use of that. Let's try it. Okay. Let's put some notes down here. And then we can adjust the EQ. All right, so very basic pattern here, but I'll do the micro timing in a little bit. So yeah, the kick drum has this kind of like hi-hat thing on it. I sort of removed it using the EQ and whatnot, but let's copy the instrument with Shift and Option, and then you can Shift Edit to paste it. So with this one, I'm actually going to delete the EQ from it and adjust the start point so that it's playing after where the kick drum plays, and it just has that like kind of, sounds sort of like a shaker or like a double hat trigger. I got to adjust the envelope too. So we can adjust the start point by changing start command here, or start value. Maybe high pass too. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree here. Okay, I'm gonna see what it happens when I just put the note in every other step. It's doing something. Okay, let me try using the STA command. I'm a little more comfortable doing that. Okay. What is it doing? Maybe I could do some attack on it. Dude, what if I did a ping pong looping on it? Need some degrade on there too. Dude, I don't know. You can find these really weird pockets by just messing around with things like the start value, ping pong looping. Dude, I don't even know how I got here. This probably looks like such a mess. I don't know, yeah, it kind of sounds like it's just a shaker loop. Dude, it sounds pretty chill. Dude, Alien Brain, thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going for those chill vibes. Alright, so we can do some stuff with the kick. Alright. Got an interesting little rhythm section here. Could do some micro timing on the snare as well. Alrighty. So yeah, we've kind of got that like sort of a shaker hi-hat type loop. Maybe there's some other percussion stuff I can do here. Dude, bongo chimes run 01. Got some bass in it, dude. Might have to do some like high pass filter to make the bass go bye bye, so it doesn't mess with the melodic stuff once I get to that. Maybe we can make it work. High pass filter cleans it right up. Put on degrade just to see what it sounds like. Dude, what the hell? That sounds like an alien or robot like crying out for help. It's like alright, we're not gonna do degrade, but that was fun to try. Dude, be jamming, what's up, bro? Welcome. Alright, let's do that STA command. I don't know, it sounds super wild. I like it. Okay. I feel like the chimes are a little bit distracting though. Maybe I could do bandpass? Dude, hell yeah. Bro. That sounds pretty chill. Okay. Alright, let's start doing some melodic stuff. So we got a chill little groove here, but it doesn't end there. Alright, let me set the root note and scale up here. Ableton move. It's not time to go to bed yet. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go to root note and scale mode. Right now we did A sharp or B flat Dorian. Let's do F sharp, G flat. I don't even know. Dude, super low cream? Dorian number 4, dude? Alright, so they got Dorian number 4. What about Dorian's number 3 and 2? What's going on with those? Maybe I'll just do minor. Keep it simple. Okie doke. Alright. M8. Turn back on. And then let me close out of this. Do brand new analog lab. We're stacking them up. Yeah, what kind of sound do I want on this? Let's start in the keys section. See where that takes us. And I forgot, there's one thing I have to do with M8 to get this going here. So I have to go to the mixer page and change the input. So this is basically determining whether it's listening to the line in, which is what the Ableton Move is doing. So we got to do B0. So beautiful. Okay, so yeah, that works. So let's get back to shopping for some cool sounds over here. It'd be a nice like kind of jungle type sample to use, or sound I mean. Maybe not for this one though. What else we got? Maybe not the vibe. Sounds interesting though. Dude, this thing might sound tight if I put like a bunch of delay on it or something. Let's try that out. Okay, so we're gonna harness the power of DAW once again and do space delay. Where you at? Alphabetical. Where's the S's? Here we go. Yep, like so. Can't figure out what I want to play. Alright, here's an experiment. Let's just try playing random stuff. See if I can get one that's good. So yeah, we got to set up M8 just a little bit here. So I want to do a blank sampler instrument. And it's already set up from before where it has song set to 0, 0, so the recording will be in sync with the song. And arm is also set to 0, 0. So the recording won't wait for a certain threshold to pass. It'll just record it. So with that in mind, I can just, kind of jam out and then figure out what works. Alright, so probably not a lot of those are good, but maybe just enough to get it going. Alright. Dude, 41 phrases. That's a lot. Alright, so we're going to crop it to the exact length. And then we'll slice 41. There we go. Whoop. Random. Dude, viral butter. Yum. Test. I'm gonna put it into this folder I just made. Maybe could have normalized it too. Maybe. Oh, it's normalizing it for me, I think. All right, and then I'm just gonna turn the volume down. Okay. So now what I can do is use the SLI command. And so there's 41 takes of me just playing random stuff. So let's see if I can find a good one. Dude, I might have messed up and was playing them in between the bars and not at the beginning. But we can fix that. Alright, then I'm going to use the PLY command to kind of ping pong this one. Because there's like something I play at the end that I don't really want. I'm going to try and change up this last bar here. Maybe have something different play at this final quarter note. Kind of comes out of nowhere. It's not bad. Alright. Just some of that viral butter. Okay. So yeah, I kind of like just basically chopped up the melody that I had recorded. There was a lot of like not great stuff in there, but we were able to find some pretty chill ones and sequence it in such a way. Dude, Synac was saying, I wasn't paying attention for a while. Oops. Dude, it's all good. No sweat. And so you're saying slice plus start together moves the start point in the selected slice. Yeah, dude, it actually does. So yeah, the start command is relative to the slice marker. So for the example, this is slice 15, and I'm starting it halfway through the slice because I kind of messed up the recording. I was playing the notes like halfway through the phrase instead of at the beginning of them. So yeah, this would be different depending on the slice that I have. But 8/0 is always halfway because it's hexadecimal. All right, what else we got? Let's find some more layers. I'm just gonna be lazy and drop another one in here. Everyone, raise your hands up. It's the classic rave right there. Okay, where are the chill sounds at? Heck yeah. Dude, I love me a clav. I don't know if we could do another one though. I'm just feeling this organ for some reason. I don't know. Dude, there's gotta be a koto sound in there. Yeah, let's come back to the organ. I think I have an idea for it, but we'll execute after we find the koto. Dude, maybe I can just search it up. Search presets. Show me the kotos. Take me to your koto. Oh yeah, let's hear it in context. Dude, something like that? Bro. Synac, hit the nail on the head. Koto sounds chill. Alright, where are we at here? I think I remember what I was playing. Oh yeah, let me make it a big screen too. Boom. Dude, alright. Bro, that's what's up. Same wavelength, dude. And yeah, definitely adds to the vibe. Alright, 9 phrases. The old 9-phrase salute. That means I got it in 2 takes. And then we'll do slice 09. Or let me normalize it first. Came in kind of quiet. Slice 09. Teal mouse is in the house. You better recognize. Okay. I probably gotta turn it down now. And then SLI. Dude, hit it with that reverb. The delay's a little too much. The reverb's not bad though. You do chorus too. All good though. And we could do further shaping of the sound as well. So if I wanted to filter it, perhaps. Yeah, just to make it, because the high end was like a little too audible, so I kind of want to have it sit in the mix a little bit lower. So low pass is good for that. All right, what else we got? All right, let's go back to the organ. I think I can get the organ to work. Yo, bro. Maybe I'll just have to delete it. Okay, bye. Where's the delete button? Yeah, dude, delete them all. Get rid of it. I don't know if it'll match the Kodo, but we'll find out. Maybe I'm not skilled enough to play that. Definitely something there. Probably not going to be able to clutch it out. Let's do some bass. Definitely could use some low end stuff. Dude, Synac, listening to too much Japanese lo-fi? Dude, heck yeah. I gotta look into that. Sounds chill. Alright, speaking of chill, dude, can we get a nice chill bass? Ooh, bass calm. like totally not the right vibe, but I feel like with a low pass filter, you can make it sound more chill. I don't know. Let's try it out, I guess. Maybe, possibly. Dude, I'm gonna record it in. And I'm telling you, with the low pass filter, it's gonna sound nice and chill. I bet. Dude, I couldn't really figure out what to play at the end there. I don't know, maybe this will work. I need to trim it down to 17 phrases. And then we'll chop it. 17. Tired Cora. What's a Cora? I don't know what that is. I gotta look it up. Okay. And then... Oh yeah, okay, so let's hit it with that filter. Watch this. Nice and beefy. Low bass. We don't need the high end. Alright, we're gonna let it ride. And then... okay. Vocal, maybe? sax choir. Dude, I'm into that. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen and let's keep it snapping. All right, last take. I think that was the one. Crop it. What is this, 13? Yep. All right, so slice 1, 3. The old Urban Atlas. We've all looked something up in that. Okay. And then, oh dude, this is my last layer too, I didn't even know. There we go. All right, what is it supposed to be at? All right, and I'm going to move this note a little bit later because I didn't actually start playing the notes until, yeah, the first quarter note basically, which would be step number 4. So I got to do STA here. Whoa. Alright, so I did some copying and pasting here, basically to build out the song page a little bit. So let's do one layer at a time, bringing them in. I'm going to scooch the bass over too. So I think, yeah, track number 5 is whatever the first thing was. It was like a bell kind of sound. Yep, it's like the main melody. And then 7-0, which is track 6. It's the bass. And then what is track 7? That's the koto, yep. And then track 8 is what I just added, the choir. Maybe I'll have the coda come in last, actually. Okay, so the way it works is, yeah, just the main melodic and the bass, then the choir, then the coda. Let's check it out. Hell yeah, that's pretty chill. Dude, heck yeah. Alright. Man, that one turned out pretty chill. Yeah, the rhythm section got built up pretty nice, the one-shots, and then added the melodic stuff. And yeah, so technically I am out of tracks, so you can only do 8 tracks on the M8, 8 stereo tracks. I don't know if I had to say phonic there, but I did. But what I could do is I could resample some of the tracks so that they only, basically you record like the contents of multiple tracks and it puts it in one file. And then from there you could just use one track for like multiple sounds. I don't know, it's actually pretty easy to do. The only thing that I don't like about it is that if I want to do like mute outs and stuff, like I don't have an ability to just mute out like the snare or the, you know, kick or whatever, because it's all like one file. But that is the way to like kind of get around the limitation of only having 8 tracks, is you can bounce stuff and kind of like, yeah, resample. It's a resampling workflow. But I think we're pretty chill with the layers I got here. I don't feel the need to consolidate further and add more stuff. Dude, heck yeah. Alright, so this one was dope. Here, let me listen to the other one again real quick, just to remind myself of what we got here, of what we've accomplished on 7-11. out vibe. Dude, heck yeah. This one turned out sick too. Nice. Yeah, it's not often that I venture below 80 BPM. 78 was the ticket for this one. Dude, that's what's up. And then Gar Magnite writes in and says, does resampling on M8 diminish the sonics of sampled tracks when layering new ones? Or you just gotta master sounds before resampling? So that's another kind of tricky element of it, is that if you resample something and then you want to adjust the levels, you're having to work with like the recording of everything instead of the individual sounds. So it's a lot harder to, yeah, maybe like make the kick sound louder or, you know, do sidechain or whatever. Like you basically wouldn't be able to do that if you recorded it into a single wave file. So yeah, I think it does keep the sonics, like however you have it in like the song view or however things are lining up here, it'll stay like that. But if you want to make changes further down the road, that's when it becomes challenging. So yeah, it does preserve the sonics, but you're kind of like, you know, stuck with just the single recording after it. Although the thing about it is you can definitely just keep the sequence saved and then keep the samples as well. So you could always re-sample it if you wanted to make changes. You just have to re-record it again. It's not that big of a deal, I don't think. And definitely gets the job done. But yeah, Sonic stay preserved. Sonic stay intact. Sonic the Hedgehog would be proud. Okay, so yeah, dude, pretty chill sesh. Oh yeah, thanks for that question, Gar Magni. So yeah, let me check up on the chat, see what other good people we got here, so I can give some shout outs, dude, before I sign off and eat a quesadilla. Who we got here? Dude, Synac? Bro, appreciate you chatting it up in here, asking all those great questions. So shout out to you. Dude, Reason Beat, shout out to you. Dude, Armaziton. Dude, heck yeah, thanks for tuning in. What else we got? Dude, Engineer, stop by, that's what's up. Dude, it's DJ Nana. Nice. Thanks for stopping by. Dude, Hachamin Shacha. Shout out to you. And of course, Gar Magni as well. And then Reason Beat, I think I already said that, but I'll say it again. Dude, Alien Brain, shout out to you as well. And then BJamin as well. Dude, that's what's up. And anyone else out there that was listening in, even if you didn't chat, dude, I appreciate you tuning in, checking out what we got going on, rocking out with me. And of course, I hope to catch you on the next one. But until then, peace.